My sister and I were born on the same day, but father said twin girls were bad luck, so one of us had to be the legitimate daughter and the other a maid. Anna was born with a lotus mark on her forehead. Father loved how pure it looked, so he made her the noble daughter while I became her servant. Later, because of that lotus birthmark, Anna was named a holy maiden by the emperor. To stabilize the border, she volunteered to marry into the Huns. She became the role model for every noble girl in the capital, and because of her blessing, I was granted a marriage to the crown prince. But the night before the wedding, Anna and my stepmother drugged me, switched our bridal sedans, and stole my dowry. When I woke up, Anna had married into the Eastern Palace and become the respected crown princess, while I was forced to marry far away into the Huns. In my last life, I fought my way into the Eastern Palace to find the truth. To protect her reputation, Anna tried to hang herself. But she hurt her pregnancy instead. Jack flew into a rage, saying I was jealous of her holy maiden title and had framed her. Then he brought in 10 beggars to ruin my purity. He forced me onto the bridal sedan headed for the Huns. Anna took my identity, became crown princess, and gave birth to triplets. She went down in history as a wise empress, while I was beheaded and died miserably outside Yanmen Pass. When I woke up again, I opened the door before the wedding matron could. The guests outside saw me and the whole place exploded. The wedding matron's smile froze. "Second miss, weren't you already sent to the Eastern Palace in the bridal sedan?" The relatives and guests in the chancellor's estate rushed up to me, completely shocked. "What's going on? Did she get in the wrong sedan? Hurry, bring the sedan back!" Getting in the wrong bridal sedan is deceiving the emperor. My stepmother pulled me into her arms and cried, "Lucy, how could you be so foolish? I know you hate the crown prince, but you can't hurt your sister just because you don't want to marry him." The moment she said that, the way everyone looked at me turned to disgust, as if I had disrespected and betrayed the royal family. I caught the smug look in my stepmother's eyes and remembered my last life. Back then, she twisted the truth with just a few words and pinned the crime of defying the emperor on me. Using her status as a titled madam, she removed me from the family registry. After father returned from Jiangnan, she and Anna twisted the story even more. They said I had disrespected the royal family. Father was furious, threw me out, and ordered that no one was allowed to collect my body. But this time, I quietly pulled away from her arms, tears falling hard as I raised my injured hands for everyone to see. "Mother, what are you talking about? Last night you told me Anna was marrying far into the Huns and couldn't take her Konghu with her, so you had me remove every string as a keepsake. I worked all night until my hands bled. When I woke up, Anna was gone and so was my wedding dress." Everyone's expressions changed again. Women could see through these inner house schemes at a glance. Lucy, my late mother's close friend, the Marchioness of Yongchang, stepped out of the crowd, grabbed my hand, and stood up for me. "Back then, you forced the chancellor to demote his wife to concubine just so you could marry into this family. Now that you know the northern border is bitterly cold, you scheme to send Lucy there while your own daughter marries into the Eastern Palace and enjoys wealth and glory." My stepmother panicked for a second, then squeezed out 2 tears. "I only cared for this concubine-born daughter, yet now I'm the villain. Lucy, tell them yourself. How have I treated you all these years?" The second she was about to speak, I covered my head in terror, looking like someone used to being abused. My sleeve slipped down, revealing bruises all over my arm. The Marchioness of Yongcheng yanked up my sleeve. "What happened to your arm?" Someone sharp-eyed pushed aside my hair and shouted, "Why is the second miss of the chancellor's family covered in bruises under her hair?" After hearing that, the Marchioness of Yongcheng shot my stepmother a fierce look. "Someone, call the imperial physician to examine her injuries." The imperial physician was the Marchioness of Yongcheng's cousin, and he came to the estate as soon as he heard something had happened. He checked the injuries on my body, looked closely at the marks the strings left on my hands, smelled the strings, and immediately came to a conclusion. Lucy's injuries were caused by years of beatings, but the most dangerous thing is that these strings were coated with a strong knockout drug. The drug entered her body through the cuts on her hands and made her fall asleep without realizing it. The fact that Lucy woke up at all is a blessing from heaven. I staggered like I was about to collapse, tears pouring down my face. "Mother, why would you hurt me like this? I've always respected you and Anna and never dared overstep. Now Anna is wearing my wedding dress and marrying the crown prince. If the emperor finds out, isn't that deceiving the throne? At best, Anna will be thrown out of the Eastern Palace. At worst, our entire family could be executed. Even if you don't care about me, don't you care about father's career?" My stepmother knew the situation had gotten too big to clean up, so she knelt and wiped her tears with a handkerchief. "Lucy, this is all my fault. Anna was just terrified of the northern border. That's why she made such a foolish mistake. You're her sister. You can understand her, right? Why don't we just say you willingly switched marriages with her?" The Marchioness of Yongcheng was so angry that she slapped her across the face. "A daughter of the chancellor's family can't be married off in such a confused mess. What do you mean, willingly switched? You clearly wanted both fame and profit. You wanted the reputation of volunteering for peace marriage, but didn't want your own daughter to suffer in the Huns, so you sacrificed Lucy to clean up your mess. Now that you've been exposed, you still want Lucy to take the blame and carry the charge of deceiving the emperor. Back then, you stole Lucy's mother's husband. Now you pushed Anna to steal Lucy's marriage. Do you really think no one in the capital can touch you?" My stepmother was fearless. "I am the lady of the chancellor's estate. Since my husband isn't home, every matter in this family is mine to handle. Naturally, I decide the girls' marriages. No matter how powerful the Yongchang manor is, this is the inner courtyard of the chancellor's estate. What right do you have to speak here? I stared into my stepmother's eyes. Then where is my dowry? Anna married into the Eastern Palace with the dowry my mother left me. Her eyes flickered. Now you're acting like an outsider. You're sisters, so there's no need to split things. Anything carried out from this estate is the family's dowry. It was the same in my last life. Anna stole my marriage and all the dowry my mother left me. My stepmother had counted on me being timid, too scared to defy her or demand it back. But this time, what's mine is mine. No one is taking it. The Marchioness of Yongchang was righteous and truly angry for me. How greedy can you be? You used the lotus mark on Anna's forehead to gain endless benefits and had her volunteer to marry into the Huns to stop the war. After gaining fame and power, you regretted it and stole her younger sister's marriage. Now you even want to steal the last dowry a dead mother left her child. You deserve to be dragged before the emperor for judgment. Thinking of what happened in my last life, I stopped the Marchioness of Yongchang, walked out of the estate, and bowed to the Hun envoy. My lord envoy, today's peace marriage may have changed. My sister has already married into the Eastern Palace under my name. I am willing to fulfill the peace marriage in her place. Would the Hun king accept? The envoy didn't expect me to come straight out and tell him everything. A flicker of surprise crossed his eyes. Men of the desert don't care for empty ceremony. What we want is sincerity. Since a noble lady of your great Zhao is willing to marry, the Huns will still treat her as the rightful princess consort. Good. But before that, please help me with one thing. In a voice only the two of us could hear, I made a deal with him. At the Eastern Palace, the emperor had just finished drinking the crown princess's wedding tea and was happily looking at the perfect couple when the sound of the Dengwen drum suddenly interrupted everything.